Yes, uh, hope you're doing well. See, in this video, I'm going to tell you about the major because I have worked in both the cloud services. That is, one is GCP and another one is Azure. I'm even a certified professional data engineer in by Google. So I'll going to give some of the differences, some of the similarity of those two cloud because I've exposure to the two cloud. So basically, the cloud is like it is somebody's computer, I can say. Uh, like as I'm using the computer, as you people are using the computer, the same thing. Those computer are sat in a different location. Might be like many places. Uh, we usually call it as data center. So in that, there are many of the cloud provider are there. Majorly like many people are using GCP, Azure, and AWS. I have exposure to the two cloud as of now. One is GCP and another one is Azure. So major, I have more experience in GCP compared to the Azure. It's been nearly 3 to 4 months. I'm using Azure services. So first, mainly the UI. The UI part in GCP is quite good. It's attractive, uh, but it's hard to find some of the services so easily compared to the Azure. We can able to guess where exactly the storage are located in Azure, where exactly that icon or option. I can say user friendly. It is too good in Azure compared to the GCP. And in some of the real time, like if you want to communicate with the real time data, uh, Azure is slightly better compared to the GCP. The real time scenario, like I'm not saying GCP is bad, it's a top one as everybody knows. But in my experience, I'm telling GCP is quite little bit difficult while dealing with the real time data compared to the Azure. Anyway, batch are so same, like you can get the same performance with the both the thing. Mainly, what I have observed is the UI part is quite good in Azure. So, and in the storage, like here we call it as GCS. Uh, here we call it as GCS, that is the storage. Here we call it as storage account only. In that storage account, we will maintain something called as container here in the Azure. In GCP, we need to create a separate folder there and we need to do some stuff. But Azure, it is systematically planned and systematically moves, like even for the access issue also you cannot randomly give like the whole kind of access. It's something little bit different and little bit ahead of GCP. uh, in that we have one Azure data factory, that is for the uh, ETL tool. We have a GCP in data fusion. We have Azure data factory is completely of in a different level. See, here I'm not telling that Azure is great and GCP is down. Both are technically they are ahead of everybody. They are in some of the GCP services are ahead of Azure, and another some of the services Azure is ahead of. This is my observation. Like only I have been using the Azure from 3 months back only. This is my observation, and we have a fusion here in the ETL process. Here it is too good. Like in the GCP in the fusion, like the ETL tool is too good compared to the Azure. Like it is so simple that even if you can teach to the non-technical guy also to do some of the drag and drop things, he can do in GCP compared to the Azure. Azure we need to uh, write some kind of transformation code in ETL, like in the data fusion, that is Azure Data Factory. And we have a synopsis here. Synopsis is in the next level. Like Everything is combined here in Azure, like ETL access, visualization access, data ingestion, pipeline, everything. Even if you have this one, this is synopsis, you don't need anything. I mean, the data kind of work, you don't need anything. But in the GCP, where we have a separate individual services are there. It is not like everything is clubbed in GCP. So there are many individual compared to the Azure. See, this is not what my observation. As I'm telling, like if you can ask me which cloud should I go, you can pick anything. Like GCP is also great, Azure is also great. Uh, as I'm learning Azure, I can able to feel the difference between these two. So both are fantastic, and even I certified from GCP, that is Google Cloud Platform, as a data engineer. So planning to get couple of certification in GCP along with Azure also. Hopefully this video finds you well. So we can go with any cloud. Even AWS is also. I have not explored the AWS as too much. That is why I have less idea in that. So that I am not comparing any AWS here. That's all. Thank you.